Hi, and welcome back to another edition of Fitness Presence. Today we're going to be incorporating all the different elements of Fitness Presence. So we're always obviously doing comprehensive integrated training. We have a little bit of a focus on each. We're going to start off with strength, then we'll do flexibility, cardiovascular, balance, coordination, all of it in a very safe manner. But let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start up at the top. And when we do strength, we're going to emphasize a little more. We'll do a couple of them relatively easy here at the beginning, just to get a little bit of a warm up. So as you're dropping in, just say you're pulling at about 50% resistance here. Dropping in, nice squat as you're pressing up. Right, we're just kind of getting warmed up. So we're going to do a couple of these pretty easy. A couple of these pretty easy. Before we get into the real strength piece, we'll just get our bodies moving. So let's go side to side, get a little bit of a squat, come up, a little bit of a squat, come on up. Just want to get moving and fluid and mobile. So we're going side to side again. This is at a lighter resistance. Now we're going to do a little rotation. Again, moving through. Not too hard. We're getting ready to come full strength. So that will be in just a moment here. And at that time, what I really want you to do is to dive in with all the strength that you have. So let's go ahead and get you started here. Let's come from above. We're going to press in. And I want you to think about lifting, just as if you were lifting weights. And you're going to try and get about 5 repetitions. So we're going to do an axe pull down. So we're pulling down, press into the ground and breathe. All the way through. I want that resistance to really feel it in your chest. And as you drive into the ground, feel the hamstrings resisting as you pull your body underneath. And come back out and breathe, pressing in. So that's your first repetition. We're going to come back down again and breathe, pressing in. Feel your hands press together. Feel the chest contracting, the front of your shoulders dropping in. You're going to curl your abdominal muscles as you press underneath. Restrict with the hamstrings, pulling down as you press up with the quads and glutes. Dropping back down again. Breathe. All the way up and through. Keep pressing hard and breathe. Now drive, contract, pull your lats. Feel your lats pulling down against your shoulders. Your chest is contracting. You feel the front of your shoulders. Your hands are pressing in. Your triceps and biceps are in battle. And you're pressing underneath to get a good stretch. And then you're going to come back down. And we're going to do one more of these. And then we're going to go into the frontal plane with a pull. So press, breathe. Pull down with your lats, pull up with your shoulders. Press in with your chest. Curl your abdominal muscles. Now as you press into the ground with your quads and glutes, I want you to restrict with your hamstrings. Curl your abdominal muscles. Press it down. Come up and we're going to reach right away and go overhand. As you go up here, I'm pulling hard. So drop in, resist that movement. Press hard into the ground and pull. One arm is pulling against the other, so you feel your lats pulling. And now feel your core as you go from side to side. Resist that movement from side to side. And press. Your legs are really, as you extend that one leg, you're pressing hard against the other. Keep pushing, breathing all the way through. Press through. Stay in that same plane and breathe. Drop in. Press hard into the ground and come across. Now breathe. All the way through. Good work. Keep going. Nice. Let's work it around. All the way over. And then we're going to go into a transverse movement with strength in that. So we're going to rotate, press as hard as you can, hand to hand. You want to time that movement. Push all the way through. Drop deep. One leg's fighting the other. Your core, you're pulling and resisting. And then you're going to press away. So take that leg and straighten it up. Resist it with the other leg. Perfect timing as you come around. Press through and breathe. Elbows are nice and high and you're going to come across. Good. Let's come back the opposite direction and breathe all the way through. Pressing very hard. Drive your legs into the ground and press. Now, as you rotate your torso, you're pulling with that lead side and you're resisting with the back side. Let's take the neck and turn it all the way around. And then come back, press through, then breathe all the way through, keep going. Nice, and drop it in. Good. Let's get a couple more here. Work through. Elbows are nice and high, and breathe. Drop in. Keep that working nicely all the way around. Good. And keep coming back. Good. There we go. We worked on that strength piece specifically. So let's go to balance. So for balance, I want you to come up nice and high. Really narrow your body. And what we're going to do is we're going to lean forward and bend. Right? We're hinging as we come forward. And we're going to lean over the edge, up on our toes with a stretch. Now as we come back up, keep those legs together, squeezing them tight, reaching to the top. See if you can press your hips forward a little bit so that you're driving your elbows back, you're up on your toes, and your hip flexors are forward. If you'd like, you can drop to your heels. It may give you a little more stability. Use your abdominal muscles. Hinge out, so you're stretching as far out as you can, and now you're gonna come down. And it's almost like you're leaning over that cliff. And you're gonna come back up, squeeze your legs together, breathe, press up high, extend your spine as long as you can, and then begin to allow it to curl back a little bit. Feel yourself pressing your hips forward, putting your body back, and using those to counterbalance one another. We're gonna come down one more time, breathing all the way through. Big stretch, lean out, and then come back up. Find your tiptoes. And again, as you go back, you may find it easier to press onto the heels, but what I'd like you to do is pull your shoulder blades down your back, press your hips forward, all the way forward, and come on in. Great. All the way down. Let's go side to side. We're gonna work on balance this way. So I want you to be all in a singular plane, but what we're gonna do is take our weight and throw it into the lead leg, and then tip up. You may kickstand that leg or lift it up and stretch and find your balance here. And as you're coming down singular legged lunge, and you're gonna come the opposite direction. Swing your body weight from side to side, leaning all the way in. Again, you kickstand your leg until you find your balance, and then lean out and stretch it. Find the balance there, hold, and as you bring that leg back down, maintain the balance on the singular leg until you come back over. And again, it's almost like you're cartwheeling from side to side. Press way out into the single limb and press once you found your balance and stretch it out. And again, what we're really working on here is finding that center of gravity and extending, hold, bring back the opposite direction, lean again, all the way out, kickstand that leg and find your balance. All the way up, stretching, feel that stretch and that balance, and come back down. Now as we rotate, I want you to pull your legs a little closer. I want you to tip, bring your back leg behind your front leg as you swing around. And let's lean the body away so that you feel that stretch, but you also feel the challenge of the balance. And then as you swing around in that circle, take your body all the way out to the edge of your balance, stretching out. And then you're gonna press back and feel that leaning away, good flexibility, and the edge of your balance. So we're trying to get in as big a circle as we can. So as you come out, you're really hinging forward, pressing your body, you're way out over the edge. You're gonna come back again, rotate, and then leaning back, find that flexibility again. Always be gentle, moving slowly, and coming all the way across. Good. And so we worked on strength and balance. We're gonna do a little cardio work now. We're gonna speed the movements up, but as we speed up, remember you're not going to the edges of your movement. So press and release. Hands are in, and press and breathe. We're gonna do a few more of these each direction to get your heart rate up. And again, You do not want to fly into full extension. So as you're coming up, slow it down a little and come. And the more you resist your movement, the more difficult, and therefore the more the cardiovascular challenge. We're gonna do like a skater move, and we're gonna do this with antagonist resistance. Press one side to the other and breathe. Coming all the way across and rotate and breathe. Good, keep a little bit of that speed in there. But again, make sure you're not flying into the edges of your range of movement. You're resisting with the arms. Again, you're resisting with the core, and you're resisting with the legs. All the way through. Let's do 5 more each way. 2. Press. Good. And again. Awesome. So you did strength, balance, cardio. Now let's do flexibility. So flexibility is done slower, so it kind of follows nicely after that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna find our ranges of movement that we're able to settle into. Because we're warm, we're gonna be able to get a little deeper than we would have been able to get had we done that early. We're going side to side, frontal on this one first. I want you really thinking about keeping your body rotated, drive in on the side, and pull across. Reaching as far as you can with your hands. And let's take one hand over the top, and one hand press behind your back, and try to bring them together in the back or toward one another as you're doing this movement. So you're coming all the way over, you're reaching, pressing, dropping in, getting a good stretch of the piriformis, rotating your torso, and getting a good shoulder rotation. And again, we're gonna come up over the top and breathe. And again, anytime you're doing flexibility work, nice and slow, reaching, it's just your edge that matters. We'll do some front squats here. So come up to the top, drive it down. Gonna keep feet flat now and drive your hips way back, all the way back, and reach and try to arch your body up and then curl underneath and get a good stretch. And come back up, drop your heels, lift your torso, and come up. Now as you drive your hips forward, reach back and get a good stretch. And come on up over. Anytime you go back, always remember to elongate your spine. So you're dropping in, working on real full range of movement. So we're getting good flexibility in the hamstring, low back on this side. And then as we come through, press your knees out, your hips out, elongate your spine, allow your shoulders to rotate all the way through, and come back out. I'll do a rotation through here. We're gonna rotate the torso completely. So I want you to stay up and then drop, but allow your torso to really continue to rotate before you drop in to make sure you get that full rotation. Take the arms and reach them as far around your body as you can. And then as you come back out again, you're breathing and reaching all the way through. Now we're coordinating these movements, right? So you're gonna come all the way around. Hands are reaching out into the sky as far as you can. You're gonna allow your body to rotate, the torso rotate all the way through, and then the arms are gonna come across your body as far as you can reach and get a nice rotation. Let's go back the opposite direction. One more time, all the way through. And right now we're gonna think about coordinating this movement as we're really working on the flexibility. So this would all happen timely. And then slowly think about extending your body. The arms are fully extended and parallel as you get front. And then as we come back the opposite direction, you're gonna pull it all the way around, pull it all the way in. Nice stretch. Let's just take a moment or two to drop our heart rate. Big X. Drop it down and breathe. Lift again, slowly, all the way to the top. Stretch up nice and high. Pull it back down again and breathe. Reach all the way out. Breathing. Come all the way to the top. beautiful, gentle movements. Again, we're doing this, allowing our heart rate to drop. One more lift. And again, we're right at 1% of your day, right at 15 minutes. And we had a chance to look at coordination, flexibility, cardiovascular, strength, and balance in that little brief period of time. Hope that was helpful for you. Anyway, namaste. Hope you're doing great. And I look forward to continuing to help you on your fitness independence with fitness presence.